Hey, welcome to week 2 of season 23 of the Prep Pigskin Report. The main event starts at 11. Right now, we serve up appetizers, an extended 1st and 15 look at our game of the week. And what a game of the week it was. Scripps Ranch visiting La Jolla in a rematch of the 2019 D3 sectional final won by the Vikings of La Jolla. We pick it up early, first quarter. The Falcons, Jax Leatherwood connects with Connor Lawler. It's a 36-yard scoring play. Falcons up 7-0. The other Jax, Jackson Stratton, to Muck Guy Smith for a 29-yard touchdown. No good point after, so it's now 7-6. Scripps Ranch clinging to the lead. Second quarter, Leatherwood finds Dylan Wanger for the 67-yard reception. Score. Falcons up 21-14 at this point. But here come the Vikings. Jackson Stratton to Mason Powers. It's a 50-yard scoring play. Vikings up 27-24. Second quarter, Jalen Shaw from 1 yard out with 13 seconds left in the first half. Falcons back up 31-27. Let's hear from the halftime coach.
Coach, if you're an observer and look at the stats, it would look bad, but your coverage has been on point. It's just been amazing ball placement and losing their feet. How do you adjust that at halftime?
You realize that that's the only way they're going to get us. So you make sure you're ready, because that kid's magical, but you got to take away that magic.
Yes, their linemen are way downfield, right, and we're struggling in that, so trying to mix and match. We got to give the quarterback a different picture, though. It's too clean of a pocket for him.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bert Grossman with the halftime interviews. All right, third quarter, Vikings punting, but it's blocked by Xander Medina, and it'll lead to this. Jax Leatherwood to Connor Lawler again. This one measures 5 yards. Falcons starting to take control, 45-27. And this appears to be the icer. Leatherwood to his favorite target, Lawler, 33-yard scoring play, 52-27. Check, please. Hold on, you might not want to pay just yet. Vikings Stratton finds Mason Powers. It's a 16-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. They're within 9. Then Stratton to Spence Carswell for a 19-yard touchdown catch. 2-point conversion is good, and the Vikings are down by only 1 point. Now, folks, this game just got over. We'll show you how it completely finished. Suffice to say, that was the end of the scoring. As we go to the scoreboard, we'll have more highlights for you in the PPR. But Scripps Ranch hanging on for an amazing 52-51 victory. That is what you call a game of the week. Please allow me to introduce the now tenured PPR analyst and sideline reporter, Mr. Bert Grossman. Bert, at one point, was a eighth pick in an NFL draft way back in 1967. All right.
Wow. I got to tell you, I've been here 4 years, and that by far was the best game of the week we've ever had. I mean, you just saw 2 elite quarterbacks in high school. You saw 2 elite offense coordinators. You saw 2 elite head coaches. I mean, you don't see, Scripps had 34 unanswered points against La Jolla, and you didn't see one kid put his head down. You didn't see anything. Fought, went back and forth. Just an amazing display by both teams.
And we will elaborate on the offense because it was good. It was better. Yeah, it was great.
It was.
But still, it comes down. Are we going to show the quarterbacks first or the play of the game? Because I think we're going to do the play. It comes down to special teams.
It always comes down to special teams. I mean, at every level, because you always hear there's 3 phases to the game, but you score so easily or turn a game so easily around on one play in special teams as opposed to having to do a 14, 15 play drive on offense or defense.
And that was Xander Medina right there that, certainly took a possession away from the Vikings, and it led to a score for his Falcons. All right, now you want to talk about Jackson and Jax, because these are 2 of the better quarterbacks in the county.
Yes, maybe 2 of the best. I mean, again, you can't say enough about either one of them. The ball placement from both these guys, you don't see a lot of that in college. You see it in the pros, but they throw people open. The ball placement, when there's coverage there, was just amazing by both of them. The offense coordinators are both in this rhythm with the quarterbacks. It was one of the rare times you see everything click in high school.
Why? Back in the day, we couldn't do this. I mean, we had to be shoulder splits, and no one threw the ball like this. How is it that you could do it?
Internet. I blame everything on the internet. It used to be like that with the NFL. It just became fantasy football. A lot of things. It made the sport exciting.
Yeah, it sure has. All right, now we're trying to get Jax Leatherwood hooked up for our Miramar College Player of. We do not have him at the moment. Once we do get him, we will
You have to also realize this is a 3.5-hour high school game. That's
Yeah.
how much offense was going on in passing.
And folks, you're just going to have to cut us a little slack because the game just got over, and I imagine he's got commitments with his coach. But once we do get him, we will interrupt whatever we're doing, and we will interview Lex really quickly. But let's just quickly jump ahead to last week's Coach of the Week. Michael Hobbs led his El Camino Wildcats to a big win over St. Augustine. That victory catching the eye of the PPR Coach of the Week panel. Coach Hobbs is the Prep Pigskin Report Coach of the Week.
You know, we're just listening to things, people talking, and they're like, oh, the Wildcats underdog victory, and I don't know where that came from. We always thought that we were the dogs on top. So, you know, we're the Wildcats, but we're still on top. Our kids just constantly believe that we were always going to be able to pull it off. You know, we always feel the longer we're in the game, the more chance that we have to win. Our tradition of being able to, when all else fails, just get the ball to our big guys and let them run downhill, and we're going to play a little smash mouth football. That's kind of the tradition that's been here for a long time. We've tried to take that and just, you know, with my new spin on it, but continue with those old values that we're just going to continue to play and fight hard, and you don't want to play us.
All right, for those that are new to the PPR experience, you might not be aware of the interactive nature of this program. In 2021, we're opening the doors to high-quality, user-generated content like this viewer home life submission from Rancho Buena Vista's Elijah Hudson, who you're going to see also later in the show. It's brought to you by Renovation Realty.
I'm the proud president of the North San Diego County NAACP Youth President, and basically what we do over there is we try to just better the community, make it safe for everybody else. And some of the events we do is we just gave out some backpacks for people in need, the minorities, and then during Thanksgiving and Christmas, we just hold tons of events. And every year we go to Sacramento, we go to the legislature, and we go to change unlawful laws, of course.
All right, if you want to send in one of your home life submissions, there's the addresses that you can send it to. The good ones get on the air. The ones that don't quite make the cut go on to our social media platforms. All right, I am told we now have our Miramar College Player of the Game.
Well, I'm glad we had such a great game today.
Hey, does this make up for the 2019 playoff loss, section final loss, or is this not quite good enough to erase that memory?
It's not quite good enough yet, but I have a feeling that we're going to see La Jolla in the playoffs, and when we beat them then it's going to be all worth the while.
I was excited. I mean, this was your second start, didn't know much about you. You go against considerably the top quarterback in the county. You're an underclassman, and you're up here talking, not him. I mean, how good does that feel?
It feels really good. Feels great.
Hey, Jax, we are going to have Jackson in studio in a little bit. What do you want to say? Say something about his game.
He's great. He reminds me and him are very similar, but he's even more mobile than I am. He can pass, he can run, he can do it all for you. Well, he's a great guy too.
That's very gracious of you. Well, what is Jax short for, or is it just?
Oh, it's just Jax. I came out the womb JAX.
and tell us about the name. What you named
Jax? I mean, so. I actually was named after something. So my parents were watching the Charger game versus Jacksonville, and we saw JAX on the screen, and they kind of knew from then on I was going to be named Jax.
Young man, thank you for that. That's cool. Hey, good luck and best of the way. Stay healthy the rest of the way out, okay? Jax Leatherwood,
Thank
everybody.
you, Paul. Or Mr. Rudy.
No,
that's better, yeah.
Jax Leatherwood, the Miramar College Player of the Game. Coming up in the PPR report, you'll see Miles McPherson in action as he delivers his football family message to Scripps Ranch. You won't want to miss that. And we've dropped episode number 3 of the PPR podcast featuring Bert and the Tuckers, Jaleel and Dad Jonathan. They have become internet sensations. Bert and I had a lengthy chat with them both to see how they are coping with their unexpected fame. And if you want to hear it in its entirety, you can go wherever podcasts are heard. We're on every platform. But you might want to just go to YouTube. That seems to be where most people are watching and listening. Check it out. It's getting tons.
Out of the top of the hour on the Prep Pigskin Report. Our North County Game of the Week. Mount Carmel stepping up to the challenge to take on Patrick Henry. Good thing I didn't fall down, Paul and Bert, for the Milk Crate Challenge. I'll challenge you tonight after the show when we get back when it's all said and done.
I'm at Steel Canyon. Stay tuned for the Cougars later tonight on Squad Up.
We are here at University City High School where UC took on Del Norte in a battle of Division IV teams. Both teams combined to score 99 total points tonight. Stick around for the PPR to catch all of these highlights and more.
He almost smiled. He almost smiled. The Prep Pigskin Report is coming your way. You can watch us on KUSI, or all you folks that are tablet or cell phone bound, watch us and stream us on KUSI.com. We'll be right back. Welcome to week 2 of season 23 of the Prep Pigskin Report. The entire cast of Red Jackets waiting in the wings, including our newest member, former San Diego Charger, Miles McPherson. We'll get to him in just a bit. Right now, let's get started in Vista. This is the Panthers hosting La Costa Canyon. LCC with the ball. Christian Reynolds with a 20-yard touchdown run as the Mavs take a 21-0 lead. Vista, though, comes back. Derek McClintock with the 76-yard run right here. A little misdirection, cross buck, and it cuts the LCC lead to 21-6. Vista with the ball, ensuing kickoff. They're kicking off to LC, and watch the Mavericks' C.J. Williams go 96 yards and make his bid for play of the week. Panthers just never get back from this as LCC wins 56-26. Kyle McCormick with 2 touchdown passes. The Lancers of Hilltop, head coach, that's the Lancers taking on El Capitan on Military Appreciation Night with Carroll quarterback Savion Yokley with the runs right, then cuts back left for a 63-yard scamper. This one getting the attention also of the Play of the Week committee. 14-0 El Cap. But Carroll's not done. Deshaun DeSinor on the sweep left. He goes from in 31 yards out. Ron Berner's got to like seeing that. Then Lancer senior Joshua Laredo makes the highlight reel, keeping his concentration to bring in the tip ball right there. Nice play. But this one is all Vacaros. Alex Vaaha with the 62-yard score. El Camino. Could they be coming back? Is this a good team for Ron Berner? I think he might be sitting on one. The final 42-0. All right, let's head south. Bo Furteg joins the fray. Bo, please take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Paul. We're here at Eastlake High School as the Otay Ranch Mustangs are taking on the Helix Highlanders in our South Bay Game of the Week presented by National City Mile of Cars. Otay doesn't have a home field, but today's game was played at Eastlake due to the stadium light collapsing during the spring. First quarter, Helix's Christian Washington had 4 carries and 67 yards in the opening drive and caps it off with a 26-yard touchdown, 7-0 Highlanders. Otay responds. Brian Rudden hits Jalen Sanders on the post for the 19-yard score to tie it at 7. Still in the first. Washington with the great lateral movement, but the reason we're showing you this play is because Otay's Kai Robinson was carted off with a lower leg injury. We wish him a speedy recovery. Helix gets it going in the air in the first. This is Rylan Jesse with a quick hit to James Robinson, who does the rest for the 14-yard touchdown. 14-7 Helix. Before the first half ends, Washington powers his way in for the 5-yard score. 21-7 Scotty's at the half. We fast forward to the fourth. First play in the fourth, Rudden finds some open space off the left side, gets in on the score to cut it to 21-14. But it's Washington who busts it wide open with a 69-yard touchdown up the gut. Back-to-back games with 200-plus rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns today. He had 231. Show me the National City Mile of Cars scoreboard. Helix wins 29-14. Let's hear from our player of the game.
We run the ball very well. We started passing a lot too, but I got to give it up to my linemen. I can't do it without them. Without them, I wouldn't be doing what I do. I wanted to get pick 6, I'm not gonna lie. Being a two-way player is got to be very conditioned. So at practice, I run a lot. I run more than everybody else on the team.
And once again, thank you to our longtime sponsor, National City Mile Cars. I have one more game in the show, but until then, we will send it to Brandon Stone back at the station.
Hello there, Bo. COVID robbing us of this one in the spring, but not this time. Oceanside and Saints in the city game of the week. You know, I hear Saintsmen like to march. It's true. Here they come. This is about as normal as the first half would get because it was actually kind of odd. Like Isaac Morrill filling the kick return and laying the wood. Great job, big man. Or this deflected pass into the hands of Ayo. Good job, Mr. Shatamai. But after halftime, things get real fun. Hand off to Dane Morrison, looking like Ron Dane. That's for you, Paulie. 27-yard touchdown. Saints turn to Grayson Halton, but not the way you would think. Hey, you ever seen a 270-pound DN catch a fade route? Pretty cool. Saints in the lead 14-10, and here he is on defense. If only they called that a safety. Why? Because Max Mullen gets another shot and he uses it deep ball. Tanner Hollett. This one caught at midfield, and this sets up Mullen. Watch this, a rare play action where he swings back to the play actor. Morrison catching it. Go ahead, TD. One last tee for the Saints here. Take a look. It's in a book, but knocked down by Donald Bivens. That guy's so good at corner. Really, really good. So dance the night away, boys. Because Oside gets the win, final 17-14.
Saw my other teammates take the players away, and just wide open to my side, so the quarterback found me, and yeah.
Down here and beat teams you don't normally get.
It means we can play with anybody down south, up north, anybody, so if we want the competition, we'll take it.
A team from the north winning. That sounds like as good a moment as any to have Nick James join the show. Bring it on in, my friend.
Buddies, we're getting. Hey, what's going on, Brandon Stone? Yeah, North County Game of the Week. Yeah, that would be Patrick Henry coming in to the north, taking on the guys from the north. That would be these guys up here. Let's go and check it out. That would be Mount Carmel, the Sun Devils. Here we go. Freshmen and sophomores running out, the newest members of the Red Sea. First quarter, Kazante Matthews, 2-yard touchdown. 33, running like Natron Means, goes in. 33, I see you. 13 zip. Trick play, handoff to Elijah Lux. Patrick Henry's on the board, 5-yard touchdown pass to Hassan Noordene. Touchdown right there, 12-yard touchdown coming up right here. Caden Gent to Jaden Virgin, 17 for 30, $170, 1 touchdown. Mount Carmel is up 20-7. But here comes Elijah Lux, 1 yard out, and he goes in. He was carrying the mail. 26 for $178, 1 touchdown rushing, 1 touchdown throwing, 21-20. But here comes the Sun Devils at home. Hunter Ledesma goes in and punches. He gets it in right there, and then Gent would run in for a 2-point conversion to make it 28-21, and that is your final. Break up the Sun Devils in the North County. They get a W by 7, 28-21. They're now 2-0 on the season. Patrick Henry, the Patriots, drop to 1-1.
It's great to play both sides of the ball. I'm happy I could play both sides of the ball in my team. I like to get offensive reps and as many defensive reps as possible, and I like to do what I can on the field every day.
A very used game. Come on now, out here with the Red Sea. Got a lineman, got a defense. Come on, we going crazy, bro. All season, we turning out, bro. Good game, everything. Come on, bro. That's all us, bro. Yeah!
That's all us, bruh. That's all us, bruh. Paul, passing it back to you. And Paul and Bert in the studio, take it away. And you'll see me in just a few minutes with a couple more games.
All right, Nick, thank you very much. Time to reintroduce the one, the only Bert Grossman. Once upon a time was a high school blue chipper who received D1 offers both in track and football that totaled over 100. He was recruited by every significant program in the land for one sport or another.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much.
You're a great athlete.
Thank you.
Hey, masks are back in the news. Unified wants their athletes to wear masks while they're playing. I think Sweetwater was recommending that they wear masks while they're playing. Have any of these folks played? Can you play football with a mask on?
Okay, this was a recommendation, and people took it as a mandate. I mean, we were at the game of the week today, San Diego High. I mean, at San Diego Unified. No admin had masks on. Nobody in concessions had masks on. No players, no coaches, not us. Joaquin was the only one that had a mask in the entire stadium. It's more about the contact tracing. If you come in contact with somebody, they ask you 3 questions. They ask you if you've been vaccinated, were you wearing a mask, and were you indoor and outdoor? So it's more to keep kids on the field. Second question, if you say you're wearing a mask, you get to play the following week. So I think it's more to avoid what happened last year, but no one's enforcing it, not CAF, not refs, nobody.
So it's one of those things where if you have close contact and you're wearing a mask, you can answer that question saying you were wearing a mask, you can stay active.
Exactly.
So a lot of programs are going to take that into consideration. This week, Miles McPherson joined Bert and myself on the Prep Pigskin Report podcast, but Miles didn't stop there. Each week, Pastor Miles visits a school in the county to share his message that football is family. Here's an excerpt of that speech that you can see everywhere. This is Miles and the Falcons of Scripps Ranch.
So here's my encouragement to you. Just ask yourself, is there somebody in this family right here, in that school, in your neighborhood, that you can say, I got to go help that guy? We have to do that because football's family. Is that amen? Amen. Football is what? Family. Break it down, Stoney.
Hey, what's on? Hey, football is! Family! Football is! Family! Football is!
Family!
I get a 2 o'clock! 2 o'clock! Family on 3! Family on 3! 1, 2, 3! Family!
Again, that speech is about 6 minutes long, and it's really impressive, and it's up on our social media platforms. Miles McPherson, the message from Miles is what we're calling it. Please check it out. It's really, really good. And it's now time to cast your Play of the Week vote as we go to break. Make sure if you don't vote, you can't complain about who wins. We'll be right back.
Here's another look at the plays of the week. Steel Canyon, Davis Langfield with a fantastic one-handed interception. Play number 2, Santa Fe Christian's Thomas Grupner is flushed out, hits Cooper Witten for the 83-yard touchdown. Play number 3, Santana receiving the kickoff. Dylan Anderson gets the rock, and that young man is out. 92 yards, touchdown for the Sultans. Play number 4, El Capitan, Savion Yokley with the great grab, and he gets across the field, makes a move, and he's gone. 95 yards for the touchdown.
Welcome back to the Prep Picks Report. Let's get things going. Did I really call El Cap El Camino?
You did.
I apologize. If I got those two schools, I apologize. Hey, Allison Edmonds, you'll forgive me, won't you?
Absolutely, I will, Paul. And out here, out east, it did not disappoint. This was a great game between El Camino and Grossmont in the El Cajon Ford East County Game of the Week. So let's go ahead and get right into highlights. A beautiful night out here at East. As you can see, the sunset setting right there behind the Cowles Mountain. G-House strikes first in this one. Trenton Giles can't find the pass, so he decides to take it in himself, and just like that, it's an early 7-0 Grossmont lead. A little while later, Grossmont with the ball, and it's number 4, Tate Reed for El Camino swooping in with the INT. But you know what? He isn't finished yet. He decides, why not just take this one all the way in to score, and just like that, it's 15-7 Wildcats. But Grossmont's answers back quickly. Giles with the long pass to Giovanni Burns, and he says, burn, baby, burn to the defense as he goes in for the score, bringing Grossmont within 1 point. But he's not done yet. Check this play of the week-worthy catch out right there. That will be his second touchdown of the night, putting Grossmont on top 21-15. And the Hillers go on to take it from there. Show me the El Cajon Ford final 35-22 Grossmont. Let's hear from the player of the game.
It was awesome, man. It's someplace we already knew, conditioning, and all the hard work during the summer. It feels great. You know, we wouldn't be here without the team. It's a team game. They know I ain't team, man. We just came out and got the dub.
Not only is he great on the field, but did you see those flips? Pretty impressive. Some great football out east so far this year. 2-0 Grossmont is. Now we're going to head out to Nick Polino.
Thanks, Allison. Yeah, I'm here at La Jolla High School for the PPR Game of the Week, a rematch of the 2019 D3 Final. And this one was an absolute barn burner, so we're not going to waste any time. Let's get right to the highlights. Pick this one up in the first, here we go, this little huddle there. La Jolla running out of the tunnel. And we're going to pick it up in the first with the Scripps Ranch Falcons with the ball. Jax Leatherwood connects with Connor Lawler for a 36-yard touchdown. He runs it all the way to end zone, and they go up 7 to start. But the Vikings answer right back. Jackson Stratton to Makai Smith for a 29-yard touchdown. The PAT's no good, and it's 7-6 Falcons. Second half, Vikings punting away, but it's blocked by Xander Medina, and that's going to set up the Falcons' Jax Leatherwood. He finds Connor Lawler for the 5-yard touchdown reception, 45-27 Falcons. And he's not going to stop there. Leatherwood again to Lawler, 33 yards this time, and the Falcons go up 50-27. And if you think this one's over, it's not. Jackson Stratton, the Washington commit, 16-yard touchdown to Mason Powers, 2-point conversion good. Then it's Stratton again to Spence Carswell for a 19-yard touchdown. Put him within 3. And then Stratton takes it himself goes in for the 2-point conversion to bring it within 1, but it wasn't enough as Scripps Ranch wins this one. Show me the board, 52-51. Let's hear from the players of the game.
It was a big one. We focused all week, had a hard practice all week, and we knew we could come out here if we played like this, we could beat them. We watched the film all week, we did our homework, and it feels good to come out on top after these guys have done us dirty the past few years. So it's a really good feeling.
I got to give it to the O-line. The O-line really executed. That's really the best game I've ever seen a unit play, and they blocked to the whistle every single play, and I love them for that. I got to get them dinner or something.
And then, earlier in the 1st and 15, we had a chance to speak with the San Diego Miramar College player of the game, Jax Leatherwood. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
We jumped out early, and then they came back. We ended up leading by 4 at halftime. Then we jumped out, scored some more. They came back. It was just a battle back and forth. We knew we just never had to give up, and we kept working. I always expect greatness out of myself. I expect to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist, so if it's anything less, I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm glad we had such a great game today.
Yeah, and that does it for me here at La Jolla. What a great game, a rematch of the 2019 D3 final. This time it goes in favor of Scripps Ranch. For now, we're going to send it back to Paul and Bert in the studio.
Nick, you had the toughest. Can we go back real quick? Nick, just mention all the people that are involved in your Game of the Week production because they all did great tonight.
We got Joaquin Duncan on the up-top camera, Pablo Esmal down low, and then Erica Cardenas as our field producer, who did a great job getting the shot sheets in time, and she did everything tonight.
Well done, Game of the Week crew.
Well, I was there, but don't worry about it. It's fine. No, don't worry. I was there, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys look
Bert
like a
did the halftime interviews. You did a great job.
Yeah, you sure did. Hey, God. When you guys are standing next to each other, it looks like a ventriloquist act.
It was Take Your Son to Work Day.
Later this, all you need is you drinking a glass of water and Nick talking. Later this evening, in the Mozzie Hot Air and the Cool Zone segment, La Jolla's Jackson Stratton will be joining us. Bert, you got to meet Jackson up close. We got to see him. What are your impressions?
You know what? I've heard a lot about him, seen a lot of clips. This is the first time I got to see him in person, and he did not disappoint whatsoever. And you have to guess, but I think he probably had 400 yards, but just throws people open. The ball placement on some of his throws are just NFL quality.
Yeah, Miss Gardena, send us the stats that you have, and we'll mention them at the end of the show. By the way, Jackson, it's a big night for him because he's not only going to be our in-studio guest, he was also last week wearing the wire. Tom Borgeson and Tim Gaughan teaming up for the sounds of the game. Mr. Jackson Stratton wearing the mic. Hey, listen.
What's been able to help you become successful in some of these business ventures that you've been doing lately now?
You know, I think what people fail to realize too is football is great for young men, period. You learn so much through your coaches, and most coaches are going to end up your mentor, your leader, your teacher. Some ways, your parent almost. I learned a lot from my failures to my celebrations. So at the end of the day, man, all I can say is a lot of kids don't realize your career starts young. It starts when you play Pop Warner. The work you put in translates to the next level, to the next level, to the next level.
That was Daryl Husana chatting with 2005 Silver Pigskin winner Abraham Muhazy in a new segment we call Pigs from the Past. You can see the entire conversation right now at KUSI.com/PPR, as well as our social media pages. Daryl played with Reggie and big part of the early part of the show, so he was a great running back. I played with Alex Smith as well. That team was loaded. Jeez. All right, next up, Mira Mesa, the Marauders hosting San Marcos. And do I have a shot sheet for this? No, I do not. So whoever, do you have a shot sheet for it? I'll tell you what, stop these highlights and we'll do them right when I have a shot sheet because someone didn't give me a shot sheet. All right, so right. You want to do the highlights? All right, we're going to go to Brandon Stone. He's got the highlights. We'll go back, re-rack that, and this is Brandon Stone with the Mira Mira
Play
Mesa.
it. I'll start reading. Here you go. Here's the Mira Mesa cheerleaders there. San Marcos is facing Mira Mesa, and here comes Alex Pia passing to Tajon Evans. This might be the best connection in all the county. 85 yards for the touchdown, 6-0. Marauders taking the lead. And boy, they're not done yet. Here comes Zeppia going to Chris Brown. Wow, it's like fine china there. And that sets up the QB keeper. They're up 12-0. But San Marcos, they're pretty good, gosh darn it. Emmett Brown goes to Nolan Cummings. That sets up another keeper, but Mira Mesa still in the lead. And they want to keep it that way. Like I said, a good duo. Zeppia to Evans. And then Makai Thompson. You can't leave the middle open like that for that guy. What are you thinking? 29-yard run. Touchdown, I think, even though there's a little fumble there. And finally, Isaiah Walden with the interception. 27-18. Mira Mesa looking pretty good. You know what's looking good? My good friend, Bo Furtig. How you doing, my friend?
Well, the tables have turned, Brandon Stone. I'm usually sending it to you, but I'm taking it this time, and I will do it. Let's go and roll those highlights. It's San Pasquale hosting or heading to Olympian. It's the coin toss between the captains. First quarter, Olympian with the ball. San Pasquale's Noah Ballet steps in front of the pass and returns it for the pick six. 7-0 San Pasquale. We head to the second quarter. San Pasquale. This is a quick pitch to Jose Torres, who's elusive, gets to the outside for 33 yards. That would set up the San Pasquale touchdown. Danny Davis on the play fake goes untouched for the 16-yard touchdown, making it 14-6 San Pasquale. Still in the second, San Pasquale's Noah Snyder on the toss. This time to the left, scores from 27 yards out, making it 21-6 San Pasquale. We stay in the second. San Pasquale did a lot of scoring because of their running, which opens up the pass game. Danny Davis, 40-yard touchdown pass to Noah Snyder. 28-6 San Pasquale. Show me the score. San Pasquale goes on to win this 49-6. Noah Snyder ends the game with 3 touchdowns. I have no idea who I'm sending this to right now. So we will make sure, hopefully someone in the back tells me who I'm sending this to. And we are going to send it to Nick James. Thank you very much. Take it away, Nick.
I love it, Bo. Bo, I got you. One Spartan to another. Chula Vista High, I got you covered. Don't even worry about it. Up here in the North County, we got one more game we're going to take care of. Or actually 2 more, but we're going to knock this one out right now. Santa Fe Christian and taking on the Fallbrook Warriors. A moment of silence. Presentation of the colors for the Soldiers. Thomas Grupner, I know this young man. He was up for the play of the week. 1-yard touchdown. I see you, young fella. 7-0 Eagles. Here comes Fallbrook. Don't get it twisted. Josh McBroom can't find anyone. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and go up the middle and go do my thing. 7-6 after the missed PAT. Fallbrook's trailing. SFC gets the rock right back, and Grupner takes it up the middle, and this young man's got skates. This young man is doing his thing, and he rolls out, and he's going to get caught right about there. And then Luca Torti will go in and score for SFC, making it 14-6 for the Eagles. Santa Fe Christian doing more work. Torti, he's going to punch in again to seal the deal with a kiss. 27-6 for the Eagles. They get the W. Thomas Grupner with over 200 yards all-purpose. The young man was balling, showing out. Now I'm going to toss it down to the East County, to the birthday girl, August 23rd. Allison Edmonds, your birthday, happy 22nd, was on Monday. Take it away.
Thank you, Nick James. I wish I was turning 22. I'm on the wrong side of 25 now, but thank you so much. But let's go ahead and get into this East County matchup between Granite Hills and my alma mater, the Valhalla Norsemen. Both teams going into this game at 1-0. Granite getting on the board early. Here's Nico Tomasello with the short pass to Sean Simpson for the first touchdown of the game, and it is 7-0 Eagles. Then just a few short minutes later, it's Joaquin Thomas Jr. taking the handoff and taking this one past anyone trying to stop him, 40 yards and in. And before the first quarter has come to a close, it's 20-0 Granite. Second quarter, it's Corey Thompson-Miller. He wants in on the fun. He takes this one 21 yards up the middle for another score, and they kept the foot on the gas from there. The final 62-0 Granite Hills. This marks the Eagles' largest margin of victory in school history. So there you go, a little bit of history out at Granite Hills. That will do it tonight for me from the East County. John Duran, I will send it over to you.
Thank you, Addison. We're here at UC for a matchup between Del Norte and University City. Let's roll the tape. That is a halftime ceremony honoring Donna Fallon, the teacher who passed away earlier this year. We'll have more on that on the PPR. Now out to the game, opening kickoff. Martin Hill takes it 88 yards for the score. PAT would be blocked. Del Norte up 6-0. Now in the second quarter, UC with the ball. Quarterback Samuel Cooper takes it 38 yards by himself for the score. UC up 21-13. Now we have a play of the week candidate here. Everybody gets fooled, even our cameraman. UC's Rodrigo Luna takes it 99.5 yards for the score. UC up 28-13. Still in the second quarter, quarterback Jack Schneider for Del Norte connects with Jonah King for a 20-yard grab. UC 28-20. And now to seal the deal in the fourth quarter, Cooper connects with a Kai Cabell for a one-handed touchdown score, 14-yard touchdown score. UC up 48-30. Final score, UC 55, Del Norte 44. Now I'm going to send it out to Paul Rudy. We're going back to Paul Rudy. Paul, take it away.
John, before you go, I want to see a smile. Can we just, John, smile. There we go, John Duran smiling. All right, thank you. For a second there, I thought he didn't have teeth. Yeah. Every week, two-time CIF state champion coach John Carroll's focus on one of the county's bluest of blue chippers, like Mount Carmel's Jaden Virgin. Here's an excerpt from Carroll's Corner.
This is him right here. This is Jaden, number 22. He's off the ball because he started as an outside linebacker, and he has to time it. Now, what does a defensive lineman, edge, blitz, rusher do? What do they time it off of? The snap of the football. So he's got to try and see that thing outside the inside of his corner of his eye while he's also attacking the leverage point that he has. It's a great skill. And let's time it. He's going to be gone and shot out of a cannon. And pause. All right, he beats the tackle right now, just on speed. But now he's coming to the second level player, the running back. But I really want you to see something. When he gets ready to make that hit, he's going to drop his hips, and then he's going to accelerate up at a 45-degree angle, and that's where power comes from. That's where your loaded position comes, and that's where the power comes from. Watch that. Now he flushed him from the pocket. Chase him down. Strip sack from behind. Fumble. And I don't know who winds up with the ball, but it wouldn't surprise me if Jaden did, because he did everything else on this play. That's a great job, and that's Carroll's Corner.
So Bert, as a former pass rusher who made it around the edge,
yes,
I'm sure you can appreciate the kid's tilt, huh?
Do you want me to do this like on Bo Furtag?
Sure.
Well, first of all, he's a great. No, I mean, just such an athletic kid, committed to Boise State already. Also, is a great tight end. You know, you don't see kids like this too often that can play and dominate at both positions, both sides of the ball. He's going to be great at Boise State. Can't wait to see him. But you know, he's actually right, Coach Carroll, as he always is. It's hard to time up and come off the edge that quick in high school.
So is it harder to be a tight end in the game, or is it harder to be a defensive end?
I'm going to go with a tight end because I played defensive end, so it couldn't have been that hard, Paul, to be honest with you.
Fair enough. Jaden, congratulations on being Carroll's Corner. We have more posted on our social media platforms. Whole nother play done by Carroll Corners, in Carroll's Corner, so check it out. Coming up on the Prep Picks Report, we have in-studio guest tonight's Pigskin Idol's Caitlin Wilson, hailing from Point Loma. She'll be narrating the highlights from the Montgomery-Santana game. We're also joined by La Jolla Viking quarterback Jackson Stratton. Boy, was a barn burner he was in, a one-point loser in a game that combined for 103 points. I'm sure he has a thought or two about that. Plus, we have highlights from 10 more games. You're watching the one, the only,
Prep Pigskin Report.
Thank you.
Everyone gets along, we hang out outside of school, and it's just a really big family, and we all really push each other to be our best. Everyone around us has the most amazing vibe, so we all feed off of this vibe, and we keep pushing each other to be our best selves. Coach Lindy is a really great coach. She's always there for us inside of cheer and outside. She pushes us to be our best on the field and in academics, and she's always there for your sports outside of cheer, so I run track, and she's at every single one of my meets. We are just like any other sport, even though some may not believe it, we work just as hard. It's not the easiest thing to lift a girl up by her ankles, and just for everyone to work together as a team and to prove to everyone out there that cheer is a real sport, that just kind of fills into our determination as a team. This squad is just like a family, and I'll always consider this one a forever home.
All right, welcome back to the Prep Picks Report. That was Bree Savant's Squad Up Chat with Steel Canyon Cheer. You can see her entire squad interview featured on KUSI.com. Now let's head out to Mission Hills as the Grizzlies take on the Kings of Palos Verdes. This is Turner Hilt from 1 yard out as the visitors take a 7-0 lead. But then it's Jaden Latua from 4 yards out. Mission Hills ties the game at 7. Then Gunnar Hensley will find Jaden Williams as Mission Hills takes a 14-7 lead, left wide open on the flat. Easy 3-yard score from there. Then it's Latua. This play measures 21 yards as he follows his block. He makes one guy miss and then runs away from me. Powers his way into the end zone. That makes it 21-7 Mission Hills. And then watch this as Lucas Scott will gather in the punt and go 42 yards for the score. The Grizzlies are always good, folks. The final score, 42-7, Jaden Latua with 2 rushing touchdowns. All right, we'll go back north where Mr. Nick James is standing by for his last game. Take it away, Nick.
Thank you, Paul. Yeah, we're out here. We got to get up out of here and run home, Paul, before these coyotes get me. You can hear them over here in the background. I'm going to get through this highlight for you real quick and then send it back over to you. Westview, yeah, they're taking on the Black Hole. They love PPR. Of course they do. They're taking on Modern Day. Nico Mosley intercepts a pass, and that young man is going to glide out, gone for the pick 6. 54-yard touchdown. Extra point, no good, but 6-0 for the Crusaders. Dominic Nankill is going to go up top. And that's a good option. He's got options. Pass that ball like Stockton. Okay, Cruz Estrada, 59-yard touchdown. Breaks loose. And Cruz with the nice long hair. And Cruz is out. Number 7 is gone for the 6-pack. 13-0 Modern Day. More from MD. Nankill up top again to Raylan George Jr. 22-yard touchdown. 46-6 right there. And they go on to win 53-6 Modern Day. George Jr. with 2 touchdowns on the evening as they cruise in this one. And there's the final score right there, 53-6. There you go, Paul. We're going to get up out of here because there are really coyotes right up over this mountain over here. So we're going to toss it back to you in the studio and head back home.
James, you don't have to be fast. You just have to be faster than your photog. Get it? Time now for the most terrifying 3 minutes in all of live television. Making her debut on the PPR is Pigskin Idol, hailing from Point Loma, Caitlin Wilson. Do I have that name right?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. I'm tied for first in my class, so you can say I'm pretty good at tests and homework. Let's see how I do tonight with tonight's assignment. Santana High School Sultans hosting the Montgomery High School Aztecs. Mike Shorin, roll the highlights. Sultans make their way out to the field where they will face off against the Montgomery Aztecs. Santana Sultans start off strong in the first quarter with Luke Nash taking the ball 10 yards into the end zone, setting the score at 7-0 Sultans. In the third, the Aztecs' Ansel Flanagan sends the ball to Juan Estrada 20 yards down the field into the end zone for the touchdown, putting Montgomery on the board, but Santana still leading 14-7. Now in the fourth, Montgomery looking to make something happen, but Santana's Dylan Anderson had other plans. Coming up with a pick 6 to seal the deal for Santana. Santana takes this one 28-7. Afterwards, I spoke with Dylan Anderson after his great performance tonight.
Dylan, you sealed the game tonight with a pick 6. How does that feel?
It feels great.
Yeah, you guys are on a 2-game winning streak. How do you guys think you're through for the rest of the season?
I mean, I think we're going to go undefeated. How about y'all? Yes.
Well done, young lady. How about a round of applause? How do you balance school and soccer?
Yeah, so it's been a struggle, definitely for sure, but I manage my time by using all my resources responsibly and make sure I have a timeline and know when things are due and what has to be done.
You said you're tied for top in your class. Who are you tied with?
I'm tied with my twin sister, Corinne. Twin sister, Corinne, yeah. And she motivates me in everything in life, whether it be soccer, school, or who gets to the shower first. She knows that I'm not going to let her beat me.
Oh, wow. Hey, you did great. Congratulations, and congratulations to your twin sister for being academically on the same footing as you. Coming up next on the PPR, we have a lot coming your way, including the Hillandia student-athlete Trey White hailing from Eastlake, plus a bunch of games coming up. Do not wander off. We're just finding our stride.
And behind wanting to do well in school is just my family and my coaches. They always motivate me to be better and for the whole team at least. And I always want to just always have good grades to get into college and just move on in life. And it's hard to balance it, but you have to do it if that's what you want to do. Because I want to move on to the next level, and it's going to be even harder in college. So if you just do it now and prepare now, then it's going to be way easier once you get into college.
Go!
Work hard and stay consistent and always believe in yourself, because if you work hard and you're consistent, nobody's going to be able to stop you. And then once you have that edge and you believe in yourself and you're always confident in yourself, no one can stop you.
Well, that was Allison Edmonds, Hollandia Milk Student Athlete Spotlight. Look at Trey White. You can see the entire KUSI, the entire story on KUSI.com. And by the way, the honor also gets the Titan a spot on the Hollandia Fan Fave Countdown. The polls are open as soon as the regular season ends, and you'll decide which one of Allison's Student Athlete Spotlights is determined the fan favorite at our Silver Pigskin Gala on Pigskin Night, November 30th. That's a Tuesday.
Yes.
Care to join me in a Hollandia
I would
toast
love
to Trey White? Come on, let's.
Congratulations, Trey.
Congratulations, Trey. You, the viewers, deeming this effort worthy of the most coveted garment in all of high school sports, the Silk Cashmere Blend Play of the Week T-shirt. Young man, we will mail it to school, wear it with pride, and keep it under lock and key because it has a street value of over $2,000. The show is over. So as we say goodnight, please enjoy the Helix High School Marching Band from the 2017 Silver Pigskin Gala. We'll see you next week. Same pig time, same pig channel. Brandon and I are going to Facebook.
Yep.
We're going to Facebook for PPR After Dark. So check us out where?
Instagram Live.
Instagram Live. We're going there right now to talk about the show.